first ride out on the 2023 TM 250 limited edition. This is a carbureted model. Coming off of my 2021 250 Fi, there's a few things that are different. This does reset the power valve when you cold start it, but the carbureted bike, it masks it. It's you can totally ride around it. The fuel injected bike, I surmise that the brain, the ECU is trying to figure out the fueling, and the carburetor just doesn't. It fuels it just fine. You can ride around it. I will add my arming switch just to have perfection. If I didn't know that the power valve was resetting, I'd probably be chasing it with jetting. But I know what it's doing because I've had an Fi bike. I know exactly what it's doing, and I'll be able to fix that. Specifically, this bike today, break-in ride, we rode 30 miles of good traction, mostly decomposed granite, some rocks, some snow, a little bit of mud. It's the easy riding, but it was really nice. The suspension isn't broken in. It's a little stiff. I haven't even set the sag. It's on the stock clicker setting, so I have nothing to say about that. But my 21 was really good. I really like the suspension. I noticed this is a different shock. It's still a TM shock, but it's different than my 21. Riding it feels really light. They did something with the chassis. I think they did something with the angle. This is different, the front end here. I think they did something with the steering angle or something, because I would say that this feels light and flickable and reminds me more of RM250 than anything nowadays. Just because of the way it slices and dices. I can't really put my finger on what the change is, but it really carves, and it's stable. It doesn't shake its head when you let off the gas or anything, or under hard acceleration. It does have a map switch, and I got this from Dave at Get Dirty Dirt Bikes. I put the map switch here on this little embossment for the steering head lock. I tried both maps. I forgot which one is which, but one of them takes a little bite out of the power. I think it probably just retards the timing a little bit because it just takes a little bite out. The other one, I mean, it's obvious enough when you're riding. I like the little bark here. I'll probably set it to the one that has a little more advanced and leave it. I never changed after I got the remapping on my Fi bike. I never changed it once I got my favorite map. So it's not something I really play with. Brakes are good. I noticed that there's solid rotors front and rear that was not on the 21. The power's good. The power delivery's good. Of course, it's my first ride on it. I wasn't too hard on it, but it revs out real strong. It doesn't feel a lot different than my Fi bike, other than it doesn't have the ECU trying to decide fueling for you. So I'm used to carburetors. I kind of like a carburetor. I'm really glad that this was available carburetor only, because I'm pretty stoked. We did get the Pink Panther, thanks to Jason Dante saying this was the Pink Panther bike, so we had one. I got that at the Las Vegas Bowl, so he gets to be the mascot for the bike. Other things, it doesn't have the racing wiring harness. I bought it exactly the way it came, so these pretty little bits are nice, but it has turn signal, horn, high-low switch, kill switches in front, which is really, it took me a couple of times to stop before I was honking the horn to kill the engine, but it's just right here at your finger, it's fine. Hand guards mounted up. I think they changed the handlebars. There's something different about them, and they're way better. I don't usually complain about handlebars, but these are good. The Maxxis tires, I don't hate them. I'm a tire snob, but they work fine. I kind of like my golden tires, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll break it in with these before I put the Bib Mooses and my favorite tires on. But yeah, the grips hold your boots really nicely. I'm gonna wonder what the toes of my boots start to look like pretty soon because they're pretty sharp. But I really like it. It's so much quieter. It's a lot quieter than the EFI. This here is an air intake, and it routes the air into the airbox, so there doesn't have to be any holes here. So the bike is significantly quieter than a bike with the big tank on it. I'm really, really happy about that. Stock exhaust sounds good, but we're gonna have some more reports to come, and we'll see what we want to do to it between here and then. I do have an SXS slide plate with the linkage coverage at home that I will be putting on. But today was our first day. I unloaded it and started it for this first time, so just a break-in ride, and we'll continue developing this.